Good morning, and thank you for joining us again for a children's sermon from Seymour United Methodist Church. We hope that everyone has had a safe week and stayed well from viruses and sicknesses and have enjoyed being outside in the sunshine. Our story today comes from Luke 19, 1 through 9. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through town. A man there named Zacchaeus, a ruler among tax collectors, was rich. He was trying to see Jesus, but being a short man, he couldn't because of the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed up a sycamore tree so he could see Jesus, who was about to pass that way. When Jesus came to that spot, he looked up and said, "Zacchaeus, come down at once. I must stay at your house today." So Zacchaeus came down at once, happy to welcome him. Everyone who saw this grumbled, saying, "He has gone to the house of a sinner." Zacchaeus stopped and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anyone, I will repay them 4 times as much." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this household." So the story of Zacchaeus is a story that for most of us, and even young kids, we've heard several times. Zacchaeus, being a short man, wanted to see Jesus. He had heard of all the stories Jesus had told and all the miracles he had done, and he wanted to go see Jesus as he passed through town. When he got to town, he had a problem because being short, he could not see over all of the people. If you can imagine how it is to be at a parade, and if you're at the back, sometimes you have to sit on Dad's shoulders, or you have to be held up to see, or someone has to let you in front. Well, no one liked Zacchaeus, so no one was helping him get to the front of the line. So Zacchaeus climbed up a tree. Well, Jesus, as he came through, stopped at the tree. Now, what has always amazed me about this story is he didn't stop and say, "Hey up there, hey you, hey little short man in the tree, come on down." He used Zacchaeus' name because, see, Jesus knew that Zacchaeus wasn't a saved man. He had done some mean things. But Jesus stopped that day at that tree and he said, "Zacchaeus, come down right now because I'm going to your house." That night at Zacchaeus' house, I'm sure as he had dinner with Jesus, he gave his heart to Jesus and he told Jesus, "I'm very sorry for all the wrongs that I've done. I will repay all the money that I owe to people more than what I took from them." Also, what's kind of interesting about this story is if you can imagine all the people who were there that day on the street probably thought maybe Jesus should have went to their house. You know, some people probably said, "Well, I'm so good, I give money to the poor, I help people on the side of the road, I'm a good mom, I'm a good dad, why didn't Jesus choose me?" But see, Jesus doesn't always look at our outward appearance. Jesus doesn't matter if we're white or black, yellow, red, where we live, how we were raised. Jesus cares about our heart. And that day, Jesus knew out of all of those people that were there to see him, that Zacchaeus needed him the most. And because of that day, because of Jesus stopping to talk to Zacchaeus that day, all of the money that he had taken from people, Zacchaeus repaid. And I'm sure by doing that, that even the people that got the money probably were able to help other people. So we need to always remember that, Jesus doesn't look at us because of our differences. Jesus looks at our heart. And we need to try our best as we live our life to treat others the same way. We are all here for the same reason. We are here to live the best life we can for Jesus. He has a plan that's special for each one of us. And if we just listen to his voice, he will let us know what that special plan is, no matter of the wrongs that we've done, or the things that we've done, or things that we think we're not worthy of. Jesus, in his eyes, we are all worthy. I have a verse for you today, and the verse comes from Matthew 9:12, and it says this: "Jesus said, 'It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick.'" And what Jesus was saying there is, it's not people who have everything or think that they have everything that a lot of times need him. It's people who, like Zacchaeus, had a flaw or had sin sin that was weighing on him heavy, who needs Jesus the most. That concludes our sermon for today, our story for today. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Sunday.